Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today, as Build and Play Guide, we're going to be taking a look at the Pan-European destroyer, the legendary Holland. And let's get started with the commander. We're using Stig Eriksson because we use Swirsky for the other line. And this is an absolute fun ship. It caught me off guard how much fun I had because this after everybody else had for a while. But we are doing double detectability. Well, triple if you count the perk here with Beta and Swirsky, with Thunderbolt as the base trait. Contact is imminent, and look at me now with Perceptive and Sheltered Arms. This is actually a very handy one for this ship, along with our legendary skill, Unstoppable. Alright, so for your upgrades, you are going to take the modifications. You're going to take Aiming Systems Mod 1, Prop and Concealment in the second and third slot, and in the last slot, Main Battery Mod 3. You could take Torpedo Launchers to help on your reload time. Totally would understand that, but I do like building into the guns myself. Now, you could definitely that's definitely up to you on your playstyle on either one of them modifications. You do have two engine boosts of 8%. They are just normal engine boosts, along with two heals, which actually are handy on this ship, along with three defensive AAs, fire. And honestly, these aren't too great. These are just the average ones. These aren't like the other line that gets the 400%. For your health, you have 18,000 health, so not a lot at legendary tier. Um, and for your main guns, these are much better than I give them credit for, guys. This is in my opinion, underrated ship, but there is a loaded destroyer class at legendary tier. So I completely understand why people might not love this thing, but man, is it fun when you start to use the guns. I was a little hesitant early on. If this thing had the quarter HE pen, this thing would absolutely be a lead blast. It does not. So, one thing to note from there. But still pretty good and pretty decent at sending fires when you want it to. Torpedoes. These things are fun. You have 10 of them. They reload every 100 seconds. They don't do a lot of damage, but they are fast and they go a long distance. That doesn't mean you just stay at distance and chuck these things. You get up close and you hit people, and they can't even react to them at this speed. You could build into the speed, and I think I've seen builds where these get up to about 100 knots. It's been a while since I've seen that, but you know it will. You will actually see some really fast torpedoes out of this thing, and they'll catch you off guard. Uh, Defensive AA, not too bad. Pretty good for a destroyer. It kind of fits the mold of the Pan Europeans. And also like the Pan Europeans, not super quick, but it has a decent turning circle and a rudder. Concealment on this build is 5.2 on this double concealment. And man, you can out detect a lot at legendary tier because so many people build into like only guns, and you can out conceal people on this. And you're gonna see it in our match. It pays off. Go on double concealment, and as you can see here, our stats not too bad in this. In the beginning, I was very hesitant to use the guns. I kept hearing this thing was a terrible ship. I don't think it is. I absolutely love this thing. It's a lot of fun. Um, and I think people just, because of the torpedo speeds and laughing at the torpedo hits that you get with it, people overlook the guns on it. And you can, in fact, be very effective with the guns in this thing. And once I started doing that, I started winning more and having much better games in it. Armor, you can see you don't have much, okay? It's a destroyer. You want to avoid being shot when you get the opportunity. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am a above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, we are on Land of Fire, one of my favorite maps, and we're going to have ourselves a pretty good match. Now, one thing about this ship, you do not have smoke like a lot of the other ships at the tier. So when you fire your guns off, you need to make sure you're going to win a fight. And that's why I like the detection. You can out-detect a lot of people. In fact, and now you're even seeing a lot of people building into guns on Shimakaze instead of detection, which blows my mind personally. I love Shimakaze. I will always build in detection and maul people with torpedoes. Alright. Now, this ship has torpedoes. They're not as good as Shimakaze's. They're quick, but you have much better guns than Shimakaze. Alright, we're going to go into this cap. Here, main thing we're going to be doing is trying to spot for our team, right? That's the first thing. Get cap control and spot for our team. We don't have to do all the damage if we're spotting really well for our team. Get everybody spotted. We're going to go out here. We're looking at Yamato, looking like he's probably going to sit out there at range. We're going to go ahead and chuck these out. And just in case we may hit the destroyer, as you can see, I'm guessing where the destroyer is after that movement. We detect him. We out-detect the Shimakaze. And look at how bad this hurts him right here. Right? Our team is going to be able to absolutely maul him. And you're going to see here, I actually wait to shoot my guns until I see my teammates shooting, or knowing I'm going to have a much better advantage in this. You don't want to go against another destroyer in a fair fight. You want to make sure you're going to win them fights, right? Because if you kill a destroyer and you come out of it with no health, right, how effective are you really after that? I mean, with Halland, you can kind of be effective, running around doing torps, but it's nice to be able to use your guns as we go ahead and absolutely blast some battleships back there with 5 torps. And we have a permanent flood on one of them. Right? So that we're gonna have some friends not very happy with us. That Yamato is pretty annoyed with us, in fact, right now. But we're gonna make sure this Shimakaze does not get this cap. We're waiting for our torps to reload. And we're going to try to torp him while he's hiding in the smoke. In the meantime, we're spotting for his team, or for our team. And you can see he is firing out of the gun, or firing his guns out of the smoke. So we have a good idea where he's at, right? So we're going to throw these torps in there. And this is why these torps are super handy. You see how fast some things are going? Yeah. Shimakaze doesn't know how fast some things are going. And we're going to go ahead and just be patient here, right? Yamato is almost dead. Our floodings have almost murdered him down. So we, on our first set of torpedoes, we got 80,000. And now another 7,000 off of that Shimakaze that decided to sit in the smoke instead of worrying about the other destroyer, right? Look at that. 5-8 detection on a Shimakaze. He is definitely getting out detected here. You can see our teammates are firing at him, and the double detection clearly is helping. We're going to go ahead and put some shells down range. Now, Shimakaze has run away, and we are firing our guns, so we are just going to unload here now for a little bit, because Shimakaze is running, he's hurt, he's scared. Now, to be fair, this Republic gonna play pretty well for the most part. He is going to be quite obnoxious, and he's actually going to get some good hits off. As you see, we do get a good heal off to heal back, and we're trying to be careful of Shimakaze torps. at the same time, and you can see a really solid salvo coming out of Repub, man. Some really good accuracy out of Repub, and there's not much we can do, but we're going to keep throwing shells at Repub for a little bit, and now we're going to try to finish getting the cap. At the same time here, we are going to try to send more torps out, right? We know Shimakaze torps are coming. We were expecting this, and we're going to go ahead and start to dodge here. In the enemy team has done a good job of stopping our cap. Our battleship left the cap, who was actually getting the cap points, which blows my noodle. But that's okay. We're going to drop some more torps here on Repub. As you can see here, we get a couple, and he had to put out a flood, meaning we can start a fire on him, a permanent fire. And we do have both our battleships sitting behind mountains, so it's a little bit frustrating here. But we're going to go ahead and you can see here, we're just going to wait on this Repub to see what he's going to do. We don't want to give up this cap. It's been quite the war for this cap so far. And we've had a pretty good deal. We've set a couple fires. We've hit a bunch of torps already, and done a significant amount of flood damage. Now this Repub is smart and decided not just to sit in one spot. That's probably going to get him mauled, and he's working on pushing up to get us out of the cap before we get reloaded here. Not a bad play on his part, especially with the other battleship coming around the outside of the island. He's playing this pretty well, about as well as he can. We're actually guessing that he's going to try to sprint forward to get away from our other battleship. And he actually is going to play, again, pretty well. He's going to go ahead and slow down here in a second after our battleship eats a bunch of torpedoes, so our torps are going to go ahead and miss. And that was a dumb torp placement by me anyway. You never want to put them all in one spot like that. I just was really thinking he was going to do that, actually drive forward into them. So we're going to use our heal up, and we're going to start considering shooting here. Because one thing, as you can see, our Borgo is sitting behind an island. We're actually going to consider shooting our guns here, because if we get a chance, oh, there's Shimakaze spotted. We need to get rid of this battleship here. And we can dodge quite a bit if we're careful. Shimakaze's dead because of our Colbert. Sneak up on him. So good job to our Colbert. We're actually going to start moving out of the cap. Not try to get spotted right off the bat there, and now we're going to start unloading into Repub. As you can see, we are going ahead, and we got a couple fires right off the bat. This thing actually is pretty decent at setting fires, considering you're reloading every 1.8 seconds and getting 8% fire. Now, he had to damage con that, so we're trying to get another fire off on him. Now our battleship decides to come out. We do get that fire on him that we were hoping. And we get the double fire, and then our battleship decides to come out after sitting behind the island. And we're going to go ahead and try to get across the map now to help our decap. But you can see we did a really good job winning that cap over there. Or hanging or fighting that cap over there. Using our torps, our guns, everything that we needed to. And our spotting ability, which was a big one, because that helped us on that Shimakaze. But we're going to go ahead and drop some more torps here on this Yamato. Yamatos don't move very quick. And we're going to start shooting our guns. Why we're going to do that? Because we can get him to damage con a fire pretty quick. And as you guys know, Yamatos, or Japanese battleships, have a very short damage control cooldown. So we have already got him to use his damage control, and now he's going to eat some more of our torps. We're going to have 4 more. We get our high caliber, and we're going to go ahead and get another assist on him. We would have definitely probably flooded it and fired him out from there on, but anyway, we got a high caliber, 176k No caps in this game, otherwise it would have been an easy 3K base game. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time. Have a good one, folks.